All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. Oh, good, I set everything up perfectly. Okay, wanted to make sure. What up, Access? What up, Hutch? How you guys doing? Okay, so I made some progress. I've been doing some digging today. I've been pretty enamored by this thing. Um, okay, they got back to me. Cool. Okay, so what up, Amal early today? I've been doing some thinking. Complains 24/7. I thought that really kind of made me laugh because the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm like, man, it really does kind of spell out complain at some point. But there's G. So I think this is actually a G for gifted. So when more people pop in, we can kind of work on it. But this is what I've been Rainer more. So I had to look up. This is so when they use the word, it is a comparison word. We had the word ordinary. Ordinary is not actually considered a comparison word. I looked it up the English language. More like littler, taller, shorter, whatever. More, less, little, littler. Anything er is considered a comparison word. So there is that. Actually, you guys can't see it. Let me move this up. Let's do. How am I gonna do this? Did I just set this up? Oh yeah, let me ping the Discord. Let me do that. I'm gonna go ping it. Do. That's the wrong thing. I got 80 windows open right now. Let's share this. Boom. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Let's figure this out. Let's figure it out. We're gonna figure it out today. I'm like gung ho on trying to figure this thing out because it's a code. I think well, it's like a redeemable code, which is really cool. Okay, that's set up. And here we go. Let's do this. Okay. So, while people are hopping in, I'm actually gonna do my my dailies because I want to get stuff done. I actually want to pick that up. Ooh, anything? Ooh, hello. I actually haven't checked my gear recently. There might be some good stuff I haven't even checked yet. We're gonna do a little bit of dailies real quick because I want to get my stuff. I need to do some arena league stuff too. Hold up. I'll click that. Pick up that. Anything in the store that's even worth it? Hot deal. $5? No, that's not that good. No, it's not that good either. Not that hot of a deal. Ooh, weekly mission. Yeah, 100%. All right, there we go. We got that. We'll collect this. I need to do my... We'll do this. Quick dispatch. All right. That should give me enough points to get the thingy. Okay, we got this. Oh, I didn't... You know what? I can't see right now. I actually cannot see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let me do that. Give me a minute. That's a great idea. Let's see. This is why y'all hold on. Get rid of that. Just enough so we can see everything. Okay, now that. Hold up. Oh, why am I? Hold on. Let me check the thingy. Okay. How am I gonna move me so we can look at this? If I put this here. Hold on. Do I do a whole reshuffle right now? Do I move me? How we do this? Come in, I gotta figure out how to do this. How am I gonna reshuffle everything? Wait, what happened? Everyone pings or pinging? I trust you 100%. I trust you, Access. You can do whatever you want. You can ping me. You can ping everybody. Sorry. Yeah, I was like trying to figure out my dailies and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I still need 40 points? What the hell? Thought I did it. Great. There's a 60. That gives me enough. Right, I don't really care. I just want to get the if I can get. All right, let's move on to board 4. Come on. Board 4. Nope. Are we not moving on to board 4? We are not moving on to board 4 today. God, this is going to be painful. Okay. Let's see. Great. No board 4 today. That sucks. Oh, a little longer to wait to test. Okay. Let's do... How am I going to set this up? Well, people are still logging in. I'm going to... No. Oh, yeah. It stops. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Wait. Okay, what if... Man. Okay, hold up. Alright, what if... Alright, I have some ideas. What if we did this? There. Okay. That gives everyone... I think this is the most legible way to do this. Yeah, I think this is the best way to do this. Okay. Let's figure it out. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. So... Everything's been labeled so far. I'm going to move this up just a little bit so everybody can see it. Okay. So the top one is what we came up with yesterday. And then the bottom one here is what I've been thinking of today. So, okay. Now, we know Kappa is Rainer. Now, the comparative word here is a comparative word is anything where it like compares two things. So when they say the comparison word is yours, they know Squirrels are recently making less videos, so they send a difficulty go. Yeah, I mean, you give the science person a problem to solve, and you're gonna nothing in the mail. I kind of hope they were gonna give me a little bit more. They did not give me anything else. Devs, if you're watching, please give some more hints. Like if we can't figure out by today, then I'm like, Devs, we kind of need a hint here. Okay. So words, each one of these, the way it at least looks like is each one pertains to. So someone actually figured this out in the Discord. Let me just double check something real quick. Discord. Let's go to the Discord. In the Discord. They put together... Okay. Where is it? Sorry. So, let's see. I have to scroll up a little bit. So, Rainer, Artemis, Terrific Poison, Gardner. So, it is Gardner. It's just because it says it has to be Gardner because it's 7 letters. Joker, Aqua, Judo. Okay, so that is wrong, but I think it's still constructs irregardless. Where is it? Where did I put the thing? Okay, so this is Gardner. This is what they did put it together. Rainer. Artemis. Terrific. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now, so just give me a minute. Poison. Ocean. Gardner. Joker. Aqua. Judo. Okay. Now, all right. So if we go one by one, hold on. Let me look at what chat's saying. I need to make sure I'm paying attention. I think the Omega is Gardner because of the Caesar cipher. Yeah. So that's okay. Let me scroll this down. So this is, I'm gonna get rid of these. Okay. Okay. This is what we've got so far. All right. Now, Rainer. So if we go to the hint over here. I move this up. Okay, yeah, you guys can see the hints. Okay. What about Team Outlaw? I mean, well, it's got to be 9 letters. So let's we'll figure it out as we go. Okay. Now they say in the Kappa, so Rainer, an artist handed the last light in the universe. His detailed weakness admits he's a little more without his ring than something plain and ordinary. That comparison word is yours. So there's the word more. So a comparison word is anything like littler, smaller, shorter, taller, older. Anything er is considered a comparison word. So originally we were thinking ordinary. Ordinary is actually not a comparison word. So saying the comparison word is yours. So if we go here to the character files, and we even look what he said right there, right? So that comparison word more that made me allude to it potentially being more. So his feels his power separated from it. He's a little more. So little is not technically a comparison word. Little can be a comparison word, but more is than an ordinary human. Those work, and it's just an advertisement. I'm going to be super mad, like the kid in A Christmas Story who decodes the drink to your Ovaltine message. Yeah, I know, right? It'd be hysterical if it's something horrible. It's just something dumb. So more is a little more than ordinary. More is a comparison word, wielding the power of specifically. So I'm really thinking it's the word more, because more is a comparison word. Become emotionally compromised, if possible, his many human abilities void as well. Furthermore, tapping into the entire emotional spectrum at once is extremely taxing on the body and can leave Kyle vulnerable. The only comparison word here is more or little, but little, it would be littler. So I'm leaning more towards this word, more. So M. That's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's when I did the some work this morning on it. That's what I came to. Okay. Artemis, I am pretty sure it is loyalty. I'm pretty sure we decoded that one, and I'm pretty sure everyone is on the same page. Loyalty is the word here, because if we go back. So I'm actually what I'm gonna do is the ones that I think are for sure, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bold them. Loyalty, I'm pretty sure is good. More, I'm leaning towards it being, I'm very sure it's loyalty. Yeah, loyalty is 100%. So I'm pretty sure we're right on that one. Sorry. So if we go to Artemis is done. Okay. So Artemis is loyalty. I'm like 100% positive that one is correct. Okay. The billionaire genius who's made a promise his wife couldn't have, his detailed abilities calls him more than smart. What's more than smart? It says he's naturally talented at strategy. That word is yours. Naturally talented. He is gifted. Gifted, if we go character files, we go to Mr. T. Bio. See, he is both gifted strategist. He is a gifted strategist. I'm about 100% positive it's the word gifted here. Which I wasn't thinking it yesterday, but I think it is gifted. So I'm actually going to put this and this. I am almost 90% like I'm almost 100% on gifted, because I think that is the word. More, I'm a little whatever about, but I'm pretty sure it's loyalty and gifted. All right. Now, next one. Dr. Poison. All right, let's go to Poison. Okay, Poison. So, a soldier turned chemist. We know that is Poison. Her detailed bat reveals that one word she uses for what she calls her own group. So if we go back here to Dr. Poison. Go here, bio. Okay. So there she was, pursue her passion, her family's business, poisons, even going so far as to name the group itself Poison. So Poison is correct. Name the group Poison. Okay. Highlighting that in green. I'm pretty sure that is correct. All right. Yes. So we know, like, I'm just cross-checking all of these. Okay. Now, let's keep going. All right. Delta, a king who never got the crown, distrustful of the surface. His detailed weaknesses describe the kind of health effects he suffers away from water, and it's the opposite of positive. Now, I don't think it's negative. The more I look at this, I really don't think it's negative. It seems a little too Easy. Um, so if we go to, where's Ocean Master? Bio. I'm looking for the, okay. So he will, maybe it is negative. Negative health effects. Maybe it is negative. He will suffer negative. It is negative, isn't it? Okay. It is negative. It's the opposite of positive. It is negative. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually unbold these because it's actually throwing me off. Okay. Okay. We have LGPN. All right. Now, Pel Biv DeVoe is proud. Listen, I am a problem solver at heart. I have a physics background, and so you give me a problem and my brain needs to solve it. Thank God. Well, you know, it's one of the worst things in the world because it's like I can't stop until I figure out the problem. It's like almost obsessive. I think too much of a coincidence that the clue says opposite of positive, the word is negative is there. Yeah, 100%. It's negative. Okay, so Omega, which is Gardner. Let's go to Omega now. Chosen despite himself wearing a ring belt from will alone. Now, what's interesting here is chosen despite himself wearing a ring built from will alone. Now, what's fascinating about this is the only person that mentions in. So here's the thing. We'll talk about this in a second, and then we'll go. Is that I do think it is Gardner, but fascinatingly enough, in the descriptions, the only person that mentions being able to create a will from ring, like a ring from will alone, is Hal Jordan, not Gardner. But he is despite himself. Why my messages don't appear? What? I didn't block you. So if we go here, but we go to, because here, I'm just going to show something real quick. So you could also put here instead of, but they've done the whatchamacallit, like they did they decoded the words and it is Gardner. So we know it is Gardner, but it's just fascinating that they don't mention that he can create the will, because look, bio, where is it? The strongest, and he is the only Green Lantern who can forge a Green Lantern ring with his willpower alone, proof of his indomitable will. So that's where, again, you could say this is lanterns, but in the my Discord, they went back and so what did they do? Hold on, let me point this out. Using a Caesar shift of 7, it decodes to Rainer, Artemis, Terrific, Poison, Ocean, Gardner. So it is Gardner. So just so you know, it is Gardner. Like, this is the right word. So then that means it's just, you know, the only one that's actually technically able to keep the ring from will alone is going to be Hal. But here, it's Gardner. So now what they said is, what does he create? So grants him variety powers. Most prominent among his ability to harness light energy to create constructs, force fields, or projections. So let's see, what does it say again with the thing? Okay. His own ability weapons is exactly what the willpower turns into. So what does it turn into? His willpower turns into. Okay, we go here. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. Most prominent is the ability to harness to create constructs, force fields, and projections. So it could be C, F, or P. The right of powers. The prominent ability to harness light energy to create constructs. What's chat saying? GPT doesn't know. Because this is, so the thing about this is it's using in-game language. The ChatGPT can't figure that out. This is, yeah, ChatGPT actually cannot figure that out. So just FYI, people tried yesterday to do ChatGPT. ChatGPT can't figure it out because, again, it's using in-game stuff and it will get the in-game stuff incorrect. So FYI, you can use it. It'll probably be wrong though. Ability weapon does not equal detailed ability weapon. What are you talking about? This is what it says, point out ability weapon. Oh, detailed ability weapon? And can turn willpower. He can turn willpower into manipulate energy. I mean, it could be energy and it could be constructs. I mean, here's the thing. So I'll do this. Energy would work because it gives us an E. But the clue says ability weapon, not detailed. Yeah, isn't this right here? Ability weapon. Grants him a variety of powers. Most prominently, the ability to harness light energy to create constructs. So I think it's either energy or constructs. Wait. You're saying click hide. Allows him to create and manipulate energy. So we're thinking it's energy, huh? I mean, E would work better. I'm going to be honest with you. E would work better because C is just... I'm going with E. I actually think I like this better. I'm going to put it in yellow, but I do think you were right. It is energy. Okay, I'm going to go with E. I like this better. I'm actually going to underline this one. We'll leave it like this, and I'm going to say this. Yeah, well, yeah, that the vowels I think will be coming in later. Okay, now Joker is the tricky one. It's energy because this is what it says in the ability before you hit the detail. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll go with it. Then I'm gonna go with you. We'll do this. We'll do this. And I'll get rid of this. Alright. Here's the thing, guys. I'm already gonna say something. I'm seeing the word Legion. The full question is on my Discord. Because it was only sent to me. Okay. Yeah, the Joker one is very tricky. Legion, see, superhero, that's what I'm thinking. I think this is Legion of Doom. Because look, Legion, we have Legion. This is, I really think that, so this is why I say Joker, because if you look at the Joker's description, it's like, what does he do to the fear? Okay, look, bio. Strikes terror into the hearts of Gotham citizens, quite like the Joker. Now, hold on, let's go back real quick. This is actually detailed. Okay, now, no name strikes, read the verb. No name, his background tells you exactly what he does to that fear. Okay, now hold on. Background. All right, so if we look at what he does to that fear. Now look. So the living embody, so it could be brings nightmares, or the living embodiment of cruel randomness of fate. Certain where is there? While Batman represents just and order, the Joker is a complete opposite, seeing himself as an agent of chaos, living embodiment of cruel randomness. No villain has managed to inflict. So it could be bring, or could be inflict, because he's doing both. Yeah, Legion. If you say Legion Doom, they just took out the word of. Legion Doom is 9 letters. Legion, L-E-G-I, wait, O-N, no. Never mind, I can't spell. Legion, okay, hold on. Well, we'll figure it out. But it would have been Legion of Doom. Okay, hold on. Well, so it's either B for brings fear or inflicts fear. But no name or strike. It could be B, bring, or strike. I don't know. So it's going to be B, I, or S. It might be a phrase. Okay, Aquaman, Sigma. So this one, Joker, I don't know. This one is the hardest one of the three, of all of them, because there's so many things it could be. Okay, let's go down. Sigma. So half of two worlds. His detailed ability weapon lists his mystical gifts. One small word introducing the list that ends with a G. So one small word in his detailed Aquaman bio details. The owing to half of the, this is owing. I'm pretty sure this is O here, and we're going to bold it. Yeah, that's owing. Okay. And then lambda, judo. So if we look at, boom, small in stature, short in patience, master of many styles. His own weakness says exactly what he is, easily riled in one small word of being. One small word, easily riled in one small word of being. He's short. Short-tempered. Look. Judo master just about his height, or has a complex, exploitable, and easily riled. Wait, could it be? Hold on. Hold up. What did it say? Okay, let's go back. Exactly what easily, oh, in one small word of being. He's short, right? Wait, is. His own weakness says exactly what he is. Is. It's not riled. So we think it's is? Oh. Okay, we'll go with is. I like is. Okay. So, okay. So if we look at the letters, it has to end in ing. Okay. Yeah, let me, I'll be right there. Give me 1 second, ladies and gents. I'll be right back. Is the AC on trying to pop? Okay. So if we look at this, I think, okay, if we get inflict for Joker, inflict. He inflicts or strike. Wait. Let's look at the no name strikes fear into Gotham quite like his background tells us what he does to that fear. Read the verb. In. Hold up. Okay, so if we look at the letters, just give me a minute. If we do MLGPNE, let's go. D not N. Why D not N? N E complaints 24/7, right? If we go with I O I. Okay. Now, these are the letters we don't know that we're like unsure of. It's the M and this I. The rest of them, I'm pretty sure we're like, yeah, that's it. All right. So if we take that out and we say, okay, we can't use those. Now, if I'm looking at this, I see the word Legion. That takes out Legion. We are allowed. Wait. Okay, so let me do this. That's 1, 2, 3. It's 6 letters. More little than are all comparison than to, huh? Legion. We've used an O. Okay, if I do this. Sorry, I need to just... It's hard for me to see this. L, G, P, N, E, I, O, I. Okay, now, if I go here, and excluding these letters, I've used these two. We're going to do a strike through. Where's my strike through? No, that's not it. Where's the strike through? Edit. Let's see. Words, insert. Format, text. I'll do strike through. L. G. I'll strike through those. Insert. Strike through. N-E. Okay. We are left with M. This I. And P we know. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Legion. I mean, I could be wrong. It just feels like Legion's the word. I, M, and P. I don't think it's... Maybe it's not this. The only letters we have not used. So I and M we don't know. And P we know. So something with P. P. I think it's something Legion. These are two... There's not many words that you make with this. Legion. Hold on. I have an idea. What legions exist in DC Comics? Okay. Stands out for extra... Enters the upper neck word, blah, blah, blah. Oh, thank you, Han. Appreciate that. Famous headquarters based on supervillains, originally popular character. Super Friends cartoon later integrated into comic canon. So, there's the Legion of Superheroes, Legion of Substitute Heroes, Legion of Supervillains. There's Legion, Darkseid's Legion. Darkseid's group. Omega Legion. Hold on. Omega Legion in DC Comics. Hold on. Okay, now, hold up. The future 31st century. Marriage ties into DC events. I am why I am. Dark Legion is Raj Al Ghul. Yeah, but that's 10 letters. P doesn't fit the problem. Because it is a P. Like, that's, we know that's a P. Poison. P. It's not, its name's not poison. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, wait. But that's what it says in game. Hold on. A genius untethered, perhaps the most dangerous of Soviet combat drugs for war victim. But it says right here, look, the group itself, poison. So far as to name the group itself, poison. Or poison. But that's literally what it says in game. At some point, Marina decided to leave the service to form her own paramilitary group. She was a pursuer of true passion, family business, poisons, even going for a name the group itself, poison. The clue for poison says her detailed background reveals one word she uses for what she calls her own group. I have a ton of secret records I need to click on. Her diva reveals the one word she uses to call her own group. A name. Hold on. Even going to name. Oh, it is name. Is it name? Is it really? Is it that goofy that it's actually name? You gotta be kidding me. Is it? Yeah, it's what you call your group name. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Black, this. So it's not poison. Name. So then this is N. The min. Okay, so these now. Okay. Root of 31st Century Enforcer of Darkseid from the Absolute Universe. It was hidden. To name. Yeah, name. Would still be poison. Yeah, but it could be name. Because it's... it reveals the one word she uses for what she calls her own. I mean... the word that Dr. Poison calls her group. So, I mean, yeah. I think it is poison. I don't think it is... It should be poison, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna put name there just as an in caser. But I do think it's P. I really do think it is actually P, because it. Get rid of that. Yeah, I'm bold at poison. What's another? Give me a minute. I just don't see how it fits poison. Hold on, hold on. Okay. I need to... What are other names for the Omega Legion? Strike? I mean, he does strike fear. Hold on, let's go back. So we're thinking it is strike. So this would be strike here. Or login. Huh? Okay, so you're thinking it's this, and if we go with this, and we say this is actually S, so then it would be more SPM. Background, not his D. It says strike terror. Yeah, I would go with that. So S. Okay. PS. Says S M P S. So it's it's the Kappa one. An artist landed. The comparison word is yours. He admits he's little more without his ring than something plain and ordinary. Should be including. Why are we saying including? Aquaman is including. Owing to his hat. Where's the word including coming from? Is telepathy? King. I'm not seeing the word including. Founding member of the Justice League, blah, 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 fend off. You know, those things. It's owing, because there's nothing owing. It's O. There's no including. Okay. Yeah, small word. Owing is a small word. Okay, so we've got P S what are legions in DC Comics? Legion. As your license, extra government, Interstellar, Brainiac 2, Karen. That seems so obscure. including. Yeah, but that's at the very it's like what they said at the very beginning that introduces everything. Uh, to breathe underwater, endure high pressures that would crush. AI says Apocalypse Legion. But okay. Apoc. But where's the where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Apocalypse Legion. Apocalypse. What is it? Oh, okay, hold on. Apocalypse. DC. We would know Apocalypse. Fictional. This group. The group. So we know it's fictional planet. Jack Kirby. But okay, hold on. I don't know. I just searched for legions and included Dark Side. It's because it's in the hints that the clues give away hints to the word you're supposed to look for. So it's Legion. We know it's something Legion. Legion. Legions in DC Comics. Dark Side. Or Omega Legion. Hold on. What are ways to spell Omega? Zero 050. Oh, I really think it is something with Legion. I think we're on the right track with it. I'm just trying to figure out what these other three things are. So it's like P S Legion. Uh Dark Side. Okay, I think this has something to do with Dark Side. With Absolute. And it might be something. Weird Al's played Darkseid? What the hell? Darkseid. DC, Darkseid's name was invoked by parody and just he later mentioned Jesus, blah, blah. Okay, in New 52, he later mentioning in Justice League 2, blah, 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 makes his first appearance in the series, seen by Vision Victor Stone, where he was injured by exploding a mother box. In the final page of Justice League 4, Darkseid himself appeared in Justice League 5, blah, 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 blah. Omega Beams breaks Green Lantern's arm. Juggernaut Cyborg of Legion. Darkseid. Okay. Could it be... Oh... Hold on. Let's go back to the hint. Okay, so wait. I want to read this. One thing still missing. Know what universe is in the game takes place in, I think. Okay, Ion Leg? What? Okay. It's because it's a team, so Legion makes sense for the team. Because look, okay, once you know who, blah, 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 blah. One thing, okay, so spelling nothing until you rearrange them is something you already know how to say. One thing still missing after that. 3 digits, and you already know what they are. The same number this team lives by every single day. Every single day would be 365 or 24/7. What numbers do... What, okay. Legion abbreviations in DC Comics. Maybe it isn't Legion. Maybe I'm like taking us down a wrong path. It just feels like Legion's a word. Best guess, but it could be also mean like the building number for where they work or anything else like that. So it says to add to that spell, you've also the whole code and something worth redeeming. Okay, the 3 laws of the Legion of Superheroes. Legion has 3 core membership growth. It has 3 numbers, but they aren't usually referred to simply as 3 number. The 3 laws of the T S. Ours, his detail more than is a little more. Where 0, 0. Oh wait. Hold on. Dark Side Legion abbreviations in DC Comics. These got Mega Legion for Legion superheroes. Okay. Five. Argus Star, Shazam. Something we already know how to say, though. There's something I'm missing in this hint. One thing still, okay, so take its first letter, then do that 9 times, you'll have 9 letters, spelling nothing until you rearrange them into something you already know how to say. Yeah, the P's the problem. If we use name, huh? See? Use usually here, and the first thing that popped up was something about the Legion of Superheroes. Huh? But again, so add to that use building, you know, the whole code and something. Okay, wait. One thing's still missing, and you already know what they are. Add to what you spelled, and you have the. Once you know who's okay, take its letters, do that, spell nothing, rearrange them into something you already know how to say, and one thing's still that know what they are. It's the same number of this team. Legion. And that the letter was addressed directly to you, and that it's something to do with you and what you say in your videos. Hmm. I mean, that is a theory. I saw that. I read that. Is a word you already know. It doesn't say word though. Wait. It's the same team blend, but every single one thing's still missing after that. 3 digits, and you know what they are. It's the same number. So you have the whole code. It just says something you already know how to say. So missing. Okay. But we'll put Legion down here. Maybe it has to. Absolutes are getting released. It has to relate. Then T. What if we. It's an artist handed. Okay, the comparison word is yours. One thing some okay spells nothing until you rearrange them into something you already know how to say. You already know how to say. I already know. We already know how to say. Uh, it's the 3 digits, and you already know what they are. I already know what they are. I specifically know how to say. What do I specifically know how to say? What I have to say in my videos. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to go this, unscramble. These are words that I'm not thinking of. Wait, it didn't put the eyes in there. Ugh. Hold on. I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to see if I can give me some words that because I can't, like my, oh, come on. Okay. Swapping, legions, there's legions. Attempt at learning. Failure. I mean, failure is 8. Attempt. Earth Redeemer's sides. I mean, it could be 6 letters. Probably with that we had. Oh, it's just unscramble. I just typed in unscramble words. And that's just like Googled it. But where's the F coming from? Or I mean, little. Well, learn. We don't have an A though. The P, yeah, maybe. So it says the soldier turned chemist feared even by monsters. A soldier turned chemist. Her detailed background reveals the one word she uses for what she calls her own group. So what? Okay. Wait. Hold on. The soldier turned chemist feared even by monsters. Her detailed back reveals the one word. Okay, her detailed background. Her detailed background. I got listening if you use name for Dr. Poison. Because poison's the only thing there. It's like I don't see how we take the P out because it's like that's it's only mention of the team. Lapping mingles and also the M. I don't know if it's, I don't know if this is more. And I say that, like, well, one thing's, okay, so spell nothing until you rearrange it into something you already know how to say. So it might not be, I already know how to say it. Or into something I already know how to say. There's some missing after that. 3 digits, and you already know what they are. It's the same number this team lives by every single day. I bet the devs are in this chat and in the laughing. They're like legitimate laughing at me right now. Learning. You know how to say that. Yeah. Failure. Failure is your first attempt. But there's no F. See, that's the problem. I don't know where there's an F here. But I already know how to say it. The whole code. Yeah, I mean, just for everybody that's saying Aquaman, no, have 2 worlds. One small word introduces the list that ends with a G. So again, it's a small word. Owing is a small word. Including is a much longer word. Small in stature, short in patience, mastermind is what he is. Exactly, riled. One small word of being is owing. Eight. King. Once more, introduce the list that ends with a G. Mystical gifts 1. Small word, introduce the list. Okay, we'll go back real quick. It introduces the list. So mind you, it's got to be detailed. But we think introduces, owing to his half naturally adapt to the deep, he's able to breathe underwater. His connection to the life force, including fish and other forms of sea life, not gifted as his wife, is able to manipulate. See, look. So introducing the list. Owing is what introduces. Possesses superhuman strength, their ability. It starts out the first sentence. So I really think it's owing. Half Atlantean physiology, possesses superhuman strength. Like, this is what the owing is what starts the list. Okay. So I think it had the Kappa. An artist handled the last light. His detailed weakness admits he's little more without his ring than something plain and ordinary. The comparison word. HLPENSI. Where's the E coming from for the last one? Judo? detailed, trying to fuel his power, separated from it a little more than ordinary human, wielding the power of what requires emotional stability, compromised abilities would as well. Furthermore, tapping into at once is extremely exploitable. His it's possible his metahuman abilities would requires the comparison word in his detailed description. Wielding, but if you were to become emotionally, but okay, example of comparison words. What are comparison words? Examples. More. So more, like, more is a comparison word. Little more is little more than an. Is an a comparison? Alternative answer is the worst girl got me listening. Kind of fits well with 24/7. As emotionally it's faster than, little more than, faster than, bigger than, little more than. So it's little more than. Little more than. That's what it's right there. Little more than. And little more than. Oh, crud. What? What did you put in? Little. It is listening 24/7? Let me try it. If it is listening 24/7. Alright, let's see if you're telling the truth. Alright. Listening 247. Why? What did we get? It's listening 24/7. If the devs are listening. The hell is, okay, now I just need to figure out this the thing. It's listening. If the devs are well done. Idoi Tachi? Idoi Tachi? Yeah, it's listening 24/7. All right, here it is, folks. Here's the code. Listening 24/7. It's because here's the thing. It's not poison. It's name. Okay, we're going to go through this and figure it out. It's name. Okay, look. All right. So then it's listening. So there's the S. Owing. So then the O is not it. So it's not owing. Okay. So if I look at this, all right, we're gonna go through this. So it is the L is here. This is the T. It's Dan. So that's the T. Okay. Loyalty, gifted, name. There's my two. Okay, so listening. There's my. Okay, so hold up. The way we do this, we go letter by letter. All right. I'm gonna. The L, the I are done. The S is done. The T is done. The E is done. The N is done. This isn't. Okay, so this, it's not strike. It's inflict. Wait, no, I need that S. Nope, it is strike. Okay, L done, S done, E done, N done. T, okay. So L, I, S, T, E, yep, N. Okay, hold up. Now, those are done. Is including is before the mystical. Oh, include. Is it really including? Son of a. Wait, hold on. That's so annoying. Is it? Wait. I'll call myself out. If I was wrong, I was wrong. Royalty served between and Sea of the Realms. Owing. Is including before the mystical list. The Trident Poseidon grants him a variety of mystical powers and chance, including the ability. Oh, yeah, y'all right. All right, you're right. It is including. Hey, I'm calling myself out. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Including. Okay, done. Including. Okay, so that gives us the I. All right. Second N is right there. G is there. There they all are. And then 24/7. Well done. Yeah, including's not a small word. I'm gonna go quick torch on that one. That threw me off because including owing is a much smaller word than including. Just gonna throw that out there. Just saying. All right, listening 24/7. That's cute. Well done, devs. All right, guys, you get 10 super encrypted tokens. So again, as you can see right here, listening 24/7. Oh, man. We were really close. All right, 10 super encrypted tokens. That's not bad. That's a decent deal there. Ah, there you go, y'all. You get 10 super encrypted tokens. I will admit, this was cute. Well done, devs. Listen 24/7. All right. That's EOS. It was fun. I'll give him that. I redeemed it and got a Professor X in a wheelchair. Great. 10 sets, but a ton of engagement validation. Yeah. I still like complaints 24/7. I thought that would be hysterical. I thought that was it. I thought it was going to be complaints 24/7. I would have given him that one. You know what? Hold on. Just be cheeky, because this does work. Complaints. I swear, if this is actually like something that works, I'm gonna laugh. Yeah, code's valid. All right, never mind. Oh, but it did kind of work, which is hysterical. Michelle, they're listening to you 24. So keep preaching for changes, brother. Yeah, they're watching, man. I like it. That's cute. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute, devs. They're in here probably, or they're gonna probably watch tomorrow at some point. I'll give them. You know what? Slow clap. 10 sets for working on that. That's not a bad reward. All right, we're getting ready for the absolutes. I'm I'm working my way there. My goal is to get to. I want to hopefully get. Yeah, get some. I think they are. I do. I think they're engaging in unique ways. I'll give them credit for that. This is probably one of the coolest ways I've seen devs engage with a community. Like, yeah, I will. I'll make a video out of it. That way people know that they can get 10 super encrypted tokens. So people know I'm going to make it a thing after this. I mean, it would be nice. I would love a little bit of sponsorship. That would be great. It would make summoning a little bit easier, and then I can do rank 10 showcases for every single character and all that jazz. I say this: who are responsible for the engagement are not I'm just saying this: the persons you are who are responsible for this engagement are not the same ones who are doing actual work on the game. Fair enough. You got a link. Oh, I use a numerous things. I use Adobe a lot now, and then I've been having Adobe with AI helping me, and then I do some editing on, like, what I'll do a lot is I'll edit images and then I plug it in, and then I do a lot of editing within it, and then I have AI help me brush it up. That way it makes it all nice and pretty. But I still do the edits, and then I edit it. I send it to. It's a lot of, like, it takes a while, but the thumbnails are better. So in a group that is responsible for live ops or community, this is true. I just hope that there's a linkage between what, it does the marketing. The Riddler does the marketing, yeah. My big thing, and as we can kind of, like, cool, we figured it out. It got done. I'm happy. Everybody gets 10 super encrypted tokens. Hey, that's a win-win. All right, I'm going to go back to putting everything back to normal. Give me a second. I'm going to close this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put everything back to normal. Because it's like everything was kind of weirded out. Let's go here. Put chat there. I'll do that. I'll bring that down a little bit. There you go. I like that. I like that a lot. I thought that was cute, and it was a nice little reward. Yeah, this is without a doubt the coolest thing they have ever done. I'm hands down. I got to give the dev teams props. This was like dev or the communication teams, the comms teams. They should hire and run the game. 24/7, as in like 24 hours, 7 days a week. So what they're saying is we're listening to you every single day, 7 days a week. They're listening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that means whenever I put a video out, they're listening to it. That's what the whole cutesy thing about that was. I got to give them credit. That was a lot of effort. That makes sense. Kind of obvious now. It meant 24/7 seconds. Oh, 247. They only listen for 200. They only watch my videos for 247 seconds. That's all the time they got. Riddler as a conduit was cheeky. Speaking of Riddler, when are we getting the Riddler release? I mean, that could be down the line. You say devs if you're listening a lot. I do say that actually quite a bit. That is true. Now I know they are listening. Someone said listening yesterday, and I thought that was like, I forget who said listening yesterday. Someone said listening. That was someone proposed that earlier. The devs are like Google. Yeah, they're always listening. Listen, Mike Wazowski, I'm always watching. There you go. That was so meta. Role playing as Riddler's crazy. I thought that was cheeky and cute. That was my favorite. That was legitimately probably one of my favorite things the devs have ever done. Actually, that is my favorite thing the devs have ever done. That was, yeah, a cat in a box. They're always watching. Cute. Very cute. I give the devs props for that. That was very cute. That made my day. That was probably one of the coolest things. Pack it up, bro. Gotta pack it up, bro. What if they teasing a new Riddler? I mean, here's the thing. So if we go here, for the next 2 months, we know this is what's happening. So for the next 2 months, you guys saw my video. I'm super down for the absolutes. It's going to be Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Booster Gold. Superman is probably going to be the epic, most likely the epic on who's legendary epic for next release. It usually will always go legendary, epic, legendary, legendary. So it's Wonder Woman is going to be probably, they always start the season out with a legendary. So absolute Wonder Woman. And if we consider hype of these characters, Wonder Woman, and again, there might be people that are fans of, absolute Superman, but he's not as hype as Wonder Woman and Batman. Wonder Woman and Batman are the most hype DC absolute characters by a country mile. 4 legendaries income. Dear God, I hope not. It means all the work you put into not fall on deaf ears. I hope so, yeah. That means they're listening. Listen, that was the coolest way they could say, we're listening to you. Well done, devs. Cheeky. Make more videos for my dog walks morning. Oh, I have a lot of videos. Hey, don't worry, Hutch. I got a lot of videos. I recorded. I was in like a mood to do some DC Worlds Collide stuff. I recorded quite a bit of videos. You guys got some content coming in the next couple of days. So, I don't know if I have one tomorrow because I have to do one tomorrow for Digimon. And then I have to stream, Sword and Staff. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have DC Worlds Collide stuff coming out. I made some reinforcement and artifact videos. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take a small break from, because I only like to ever upload at most 3 a day. And I'm going to slow down a little bit more once school starts again, because then my time is limited again, because I have to go back to work. Since they're listening, consolidate and reduce our pity, return the dollar deals, and expand our missions. I agree with all of those things. My big thing right now is free to play. There should be 150 sets every season. Like, that's it. Free to play should be guaranteed 1 legendary every season. 100%. And if you get lucky, you can get multiple. That's how most games do it. And then you can pick them up later. Like, the way they're structuring, if you watch my video, which of the trio are you most curious about? Batman. 100% Batman. 100% Batman. He sounds like a counter, so my prayer for Batman, okay. Devs add 1 encrypted token to Elseworld rewards, and you've got a greatly improved game. I mean, I agree. I could also, honestly, here's what I'm thinking. Just put back encrypted tokens in a reduced amount to the Evil Falls. Just make it like 3 or 4. Like, we get it. 8 was too many. Bring it down to like 3 or 4. Call it a day. Just give it reduced. Yes. The code here is this. There you go. That code will get you 10 super encrypted tokens. I put it in the chat. You can go look it up. Listening 24/7. That is the code. Devs are cheeky, saying they're listening to my videos 24/7. I'm hyped. I'm super hyped for the absolutes. I think they're trying stuff. Like if you can farm stuff already beat. So my thing is this. I think next season we are going to get, and I mentioned this in the video you saw earlier, structure. Again, I hated that it was like 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 2 days, 3 days. Like, for me, just from a planning standpoint, like, again, I need consistency. So what happens is then I can schedule childcare on like Thursdays and I can stream. I can just have my sitter stay a little bit later on Thursdays. And every Thursday, I'm going to be streaming when we drop DC Worlds Collide stuff. Every Thursday, 5 p.m. PST or whatever UTC, whatever the UTC one is. I will be here because that's when content drops. That's it. That's all one of my biggest things that I liked about the previous dev team, it was every Wednesday. I don't care that they changed the date. I just want the same day. I come in just 2 mobile and I've been playing WC for 3 weeks. The absolute load screen is what got me playing. Yeah, hell yeah. They just need to advertise it. But here's the first thing. Having consistent, everything's in 7s now. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. That's perfect. And then now what we know is at the end of a season, they're just going to be rerunning things. My hope, so You bet. My hope is this. This is actually what I think would be perfect. If you watch my previous video, I would like if so let's just say in the app let's do this. Let's use the Supergirl season. In the Supergirl season, my ideal world would have been 7 days Lobo, 7 days Ruthie, 7 days DC Supergirl, 7 days whatchamacallit, Black Lightning. That's a month. Then in the second part of the season, so they would do, as they're going to do next season, which is great, they're going to do 2 Fatal Exceptions back to back. Yay, love it. And then while the Fatal Exception is running, you rerun the previous season's characters week by week by week. So then it would technically in the Supergirl season would have then been the previous season, which was the Amazonian. So then you would get Nubia for 1 week, Yara the next, then you get what's after Yara? Artemis, and then you get Black Adam. And that way, if you miss the previous season, you wait 2 months or wait exactly 2 months and the character's back and you have the previous. So like, oh, I picked up Black Lightning. Now I can go back and pick up Black Adam. Like, let's just say you never picked up Booster Gold. And at the same time, they're running it in the league recruitments too. So you have opportunities to pick up multiple characters. It's impossible. I think you could still run them, right? So the reason I say that is that because my big issue is I like the fact that they rerun the characters. I don't like the fact that they rerun them in the same season, because then part 2 just feels like literally copy paste part 1, and that's just not hype. But if you re-release the previous season, it's a little bit more hype, because then people are like, oh yeah, now I can finally get Black Adam because he's really, really good. And then the other thing I want more of is Intertron. I want more Intertron. I actually will stand by this. If they put all the super encrypted tokens into Fatal Exception, can you please just put Intertron into the Evil Falls? Or somewhere where it's reoccurring. I hate Crisis Watch. I hate it with a passion. And we don't get enough of it. Or make Crisis Watch way, 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 way harder so we can get more of it. It's just a speed run. I don't like it. I have to like bring my units down. And more artifacts. I agree. All of those things. More artifacts, more Intertron, and then consistent ways to get the super encrypted tokens. You do that. Again, I think they're in a good place with the Fatal Exception. Now the thing is they need to they need to also advertise the hell of the absolutes. I don't think there's another game with the absolutes in it. Like, I want to see this game on the front page of Apple, on Google, when the absolutes come out. It really needs to be put in the budget. Like, maybe even get a big streamer to add, like, do some summons on, not like a crazy big streamer, but like, you know, a decently sized streamer to cover the game when the absolutes come out. You could get some serious coverage on the game, and people would then be like, oh my god, the absolutes are here. There's a couple things that it needs more of. I think the game is in an okay. I'm going to use the word okay loosely. I think it needs content, because we all say it needs content, because my biggest issue is that so, like, again, hot take here, but you know, there is an inherent problem with Evil Falls, because Evil Falls, it's like once you get to 50, you're just done. There is an inherent problem with that. They should be stealing all the guys from MS. That's someone for Absolute Batman. That's a promo. Oh my god, that'd be hysterical. I mean, they did have James Gunn advertise this game when it first came out. Like, I'll be serious. Like, they used James Gunn when it first came out. The thing is like, I will say this: Evil Falls has an inherent problem. Is that once you're done with it, you're done with it. The beauty of Fatal Exception is it repeats, right? This is like, once you've gotten to 50, I don't pay attention to this anymore. That is an inherent problem with the mode. I have some known streamers from MSF, when the game first hit soft launch, they all skipped town after some decisions were made regarding exploiters. Oh, yeah. I actually remember hearing about that. They could have had some known... There was a few, and then there was a couple other people, but I think they need to bring back a few like bigger people who can get like a couple thousand views, and then, or a different audience. Because I have an established audience, but we need to get outside of just that audience. Add on levels of they could. I agree. That could be a potential, but it's just the way this mode scales. I'm down for that. I would love if this just was actually like it had infinite difficulties. And you just wanted to keep pushing it further and further. Like if the difficulty went up to like 99, and you just keep pushing it. And then that way it would create consistency with getting some not consistency because you need to be able to push it, but that way it doesn't feel like the game mode ends for good. Yeah, hot take. I actually know who Gresh is. I watched Gresh because I actually play Dragon Ball Legends. So I love Dragon Ball Legends. It's like one of my favorite games. I'll play it from time to time. I have a decent account in that game. I started it a couple years back. Started it a long time ago, and then I play it a little bit more consistently now. But I do love Dragon Ball Legends. It's I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and comics are like my two favorite things. Yeah, I do not. I mean, I'm not going to say any which way about. I just don't like sometimes the decisions that are made with different epic. Or he's going to be a legendary. He is 100% going to be a legendary. Yeah, he's going to be legendary. There's no way they're not making him a legendary because the shocks are all legendaries. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I did want to show really quickly. If people are wondering, I actually scored pretty high on the Oh, someone beat me already? Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to need to keep working on this then. What's my order right now? Yeah, we'll do that. I like it. Let's see if I can get higher. Do you think Booster... He also, also to Access's point, he does hold the team synergy. So that is a really important thing, is that of all the shot characters, Booster is going to be the most important. Because he holds the team synergy. Legion dropped first and was promoted as a team collector, so people were hesitant to jump to D. Then it came out a few months later. Yeah, it always felt like a weird decision. The thing about this game, though, is that the problem with this game is it was held by so many different companies. Well, not different companies. It was originally held by, I think it was Newverse, right? Newverse held it. Then it came over to Warner Brothers, and then one team had it, and then a different team had it. That's the issue. Its game's been held by different people. And I think is Epic, to be honest, easier to get the... Yeah, I agree. I do hope he is Epic. Again, my ideal world, I hope... This is what I hope. Is that... I hope that it goes next season is Legendary Wonder Woman, Epic Superman, Legendary Batman, Epic Booster. First, then Warner Bros. Still under Warner Bros., but not with the original. Yes, because the San Francisco team got let go. So it's a different team now. So, at the same time, I know people are impatient with them and, they have critiques of them. I am always critical of them, but at the same time, you have to recognize too that for the first team, that was probably very challenging getting a game. And then they had like they had not a lot of time to figure that out because they probably had to get it out by the time DCU Superman came out. That was like, you want to coincide both of those releases. And then unfortunately they got closed, and then this new team had to figure it out. So I think the new team has gotten their grounding under them, because it's much more apparent that they have their grounding on them and they understand how this game operates really well. I know people are like, no, they don't. I'm like, we just need to figure out damage reduction and defense so that what's his name is not one-shotting everything. But beyond that, what's your take on the new DC UK fighting game? Looks solid, but why take yet another game like when the Injustice games? Yeah, but here's the thing: if it's doing something more up to date, I'm gonna be real with you. Injustice is dated, and you're kind of locked a little bit. Like, here's the thing: there's only so far you can go with these games mechanics when the game is running on 10-year-old engines. And nowadays you've got games like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. I mean, Genshin's a little old now, but like These games are much newer and they have more dynamic mechanics that these games that were built on systems, you know, 10 plus years ago were not operating on and just don't have access to nowadays. And so, and also, yeah, I'm going to be real with you. I'm kind of tired of the injustice. Like, I'm kind of over it. I'm tired of evil Superman. They did injustice for the Suicide Squad, and then that was like the whole thing. And I'm over injustice. I just want to play with good Superman. I mean, hell, I would love an absolute now, absolute fighting game. Now we're talking. Injustice has been done too much, and also that Superman is just insufferable. I hate that Superman. Is when you mentioned the good and the bad. Criticism is when you're focused on. Yeah, I'm critical. I like to critique because I also want this game to succeed. I'm gonna be real with you, and I have financial stake in it. This game does well, my channel does well. Like, I'm just being real with you. Better this game does, better my channel does, right? Like, it's give and take. I mean, we'll see. Listen, I'm not the biggest fighting game fan in the world. They're just very difficult. But we'll see what it does for as I mentioned in my video of it, you know, I'm gonna be real with you, and also I just don't like the art style of Injustice. I'm gonna be real; it's a little too realistic. I actually really prefer the DC Worlds Collide art style because I think it's a little bit more fun and it kind of is a little bit more lighthearted, which to me is kind of what comics do. I'm kind of tired of like all of these superheroes that we knew are evil now, and it's all realistic and all that stuff. I'm like, one of the reasons I love James Gunn's DCU Superman was because it felt like the comics. It literally felt like the comics. Why I liked it. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Nemesis system. Yeah, that'd be very cool. I mean, DC Comic card game would be great, but yeah. Oh, actually, so where am I at with this? I'm at 4. Where are people ranking at it? Man, I'm not that far behind. This is like we're all like super close. I want to keep running this. I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. I actually just hope it's an updated version of everything. And also they said they're going to have PvE modes in it, which is cool. Like, as much as I liked Injustice, I thought it was fun. It did get old to me very quickly. I liked the game. So if they can create more characters that don't, like, what I don't want to have happen is, like, every character plays the same, and the only difference between the characters is going to be, like, their specials. That kind of drives me nuts. Because I'm like... Then the characters they're all samey. What's different is the specials. Like, it's whack, 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 and then specials. Like, maybe there's got to be some deviation in is what I care about. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful. I think it'd be cool. Play Marvel. I do play Marvel Snap. I just stopped playing it. Because it was they made a lot of changes I wasn't the biggest fan of. When the monetization, there was just a lot of changes made to that game. I love Marvel Snap. It's like one of my favorite. It used to be one of my favorite card games. It's just, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I want something a little bit different. I think the reason I liked Marvel Snap is because it was so different at the time. Like it's like almost like a numbers game, right? Like you're playing almost just like math, which I thought was fun, right? It's like math. I'm trying to get a higher score here. Dang, I cannot get past this number. Man, deviation. Yes. If you scroll up runes, go to the scroll up in chat. I put it. It's listening 24/7. You get 10 super encrypted tokens. It has been solved. I'll make a video on it so people can know. Yeah, it's all one word though. Listening 24/7. Like LISTENING 247. That'll get you 10 super encrypted tokens. What was it? Version of Snap, but it was overly complicated and didn't do well. Yeah, here's the thing. I like the issue with card games the reason Marvel Snap I think was so successful when it first came out was because it was simple. Like, have a bigger number on your side, and then the areas change. Yeah, like, mind you, simplicity is critically important when you're thinking of mobile games. I know a lot of people critique this game for its, like, sometimes simplicity. I actually think that's a good thing, though. Like, if you want to play a more hardcore game, there are games like that. Mobile is not where that happens, though, because if you think about the majority of people, yes, there are some people that have more time. The majority of people don't, right? Like, one of the nice things about this game is I can literally put it on, like, and let it just go on auto and do its thing, right? And then my job is to order the ults in the right way so that everything goes the way I want it to. Yes, that's the issue. Have you reached 1630 in any convergences yet? No, I have not. I haven't been working on convergence. Actually, we can do that today. I haven't been working on convergence. We can do that today. I have literally not been working on it. I can do some convergence stages right now. I'm actually very far behind in convergence, so we can work on convergence. You know what, though, is that, man, this is the worst one to work on because this is just going to take 10 years. I'm going to wait for Batman to come out because I'm pretty sure Batman's going to be agile. I'm just going to wait for Batman. I'm just going to wait for Batman. Don't complete stage 1630. Don't do it. Okay. I want to do some team ups. I need some more stuff. We'll do this. Let's fight. And we'll let this... Is that enough damage? I think that's good enough damage. I'll do that. But yeah, we'll see. I'm hopeful for the new DCKO game. I just hope... I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I just hope that they do things that are... You know, the PvE, the real-time PvP sounds really interesting to me. I hate PvP that's just like I'm playing a bot versus a bot of someone else. Anything where it makes my brain think, that's usually I will have more fun doing it. I just like things where I got to do some thinky thinks. When PvP just becomes an extended version of PvE, I am usually not the biggest fan of it. I'm gonna be real with you, because then it's just this is just PvE with a different name, right? I mean, here it's a little bit different because it's kind of like an auto battler. Like this game is a little bit different. So with PvP here, I do find that you're always going to be doing auto battling to a certain extent, but you know, I don't know how Axis is going to like time his ult or if he's what reinforcements or whatever, right? Like that's the positioning, so it adds a lot of fun to it. Imagine if they made Absolute Batman's tank as a reinforcement next season. Oh, Jesus. No, next season, they're... What is it? It's I think it's Wonder Woman's undead horse is the reinforcement. We didn't get any artifacts, though. That makes me sad. I want artifacts. We need more artifacts. Just make the epic version of the yeah, it's the undead Pegasus. That's the reinforcement. Yeah, undead Pegasus reinforcement. Wait, Hutch, question for you since you're here. I thought absolutes weren't going to be coming out too soon. Did they change, like, based on your knowledge, do you think things changed? Because I thought we would wait. I thought absolutes would be a little bit. Because now, I wonder why you were going to ask that. Because I was like, wait a minute. My first thought when I saw it was, I was like, isn't that a little early? Yeah, they're just guessing games. Guessing games. I forgot the... Yes, I've mentioned this multiple times, and that's what I will always stand by. Reinforcement should be 100% free to play. I just think you should be able, even if you're crazy unlucky, by the end of the season, you just get the reinforcement. If you've done everything every day. Because then it reinforces, and get it, people to play every day. That's fine. Which means that there's other stuff. I mean, there's so many other things that they can drop that, like, I just think, yes, absolutes are super crazy hype. Which is interesting is that, okay, I have a theory that I think they knew Supergirl might not do the best. I think internally, DC kind of knew that. And it felt a little wonky with the advertisement. And I'm wondering if they're going to do a bigger advertisement for the absolutes. Because let's be real, the absolutes are like the crazy hypest thing in DC right now. The absolutes are the hypest thing DC has right now, without a doubt. You said the game was missing hype. I have a video. Don't worry, Jay Kaiser. I have a whole video ranking them. So you don't worry. I think it's coming out on Friday. I have a whole video talking about reinforcements for you. So it'll just save you the time and energy. I went through it already and did it. Because next week, I will be very transparent. Next week, I might not have a lot of DC comic until the end of the week. Because then I'll do all the stuff with, whatchamacallit. I'll stream Wonder Woman when she drops. I'll stream all that stuff. But next week, I'm probably going to be focusing on a couple other things. Just because we're getting real close to the absolutes. Usually it gets very quiet right before the absolutes. Oh, I will be streaming on the 2nd, which is, I think, Saturday. I will be streaming the Fatal Exception. I'll stream that. Yeah, you bet. I have everything. The artifacts, too. I have the artifacts ranked. I'll have that. I don't think I have anything else, really. I have the artifacts. Other things I have coming out. I'll tell you right now. Save you guys time. What's coming out this week? Artifacts. Reinforcements are... Yeah, reinforcement is Friday. And then I have artifacts on Saturday. And then I probably won't have that much until mid next week. Just because there's not really a lot drop. Whoa, and then we'll do... and then this Saturday I'll stream... I'm going to stream the Evil Falls. Fatal Exception. I'll stream that. So, that way we can go through that. My big thing right now is artifacts. We need more artifacts because they're so incredibly powerful. Artifacts will literally make or break characters. Yeah, we need more artifacts. I am going to stand by that 100%. We need artifacts. And we need a way to consistently get artifact summons, not just one a day. Like this, but I'm also... Oh, when you strategize things for me? Yeah, you watch me make a ton of mistakes. You bet. Don't worry. We'll test everything out when the absolutes come out. I'm going to try to make sure that we can get... I will try to get at least Wonder Woman. Okay, so also, based on the seasonal release next for the absolutes, it does sound like Batman is going to be the Team Synergy carrier. Power Ring and Evil Falls. I can't pass this guy. Power Ring is the hardest, without a doubt. Like, I will be honest with you, many people are stuck at like 41. I'm stuck at 41, and I have a pretty decent account. Power Ring is the hardest of all 6. Without it, like, it's not even close. Power Ring is the hardest to use. Have you unlocked the Lobo bike yet? I'm thinking about waiting until Undead Pegasus is released before deciding to rank up. So here's I have not unlocked the Lobo bike yet. But if Lobo Bike is actually good at, like, rank 1. Like, Lobo Bike you actually don't really need to invest in. You can just keep it at 1. And you're good. Yes, so by the way, about the Riddler code. So that's the dev saying that they hear... Yes, 100%. That's saying that we're listening to you at 24/7. That was the message, because it was only to me. Because the cheeky part is, it's like saying, I'm like, if the devs are listening, that's where it comes from. So it was something specific to me, which is hysterical. We thought it was going to be complained 24/7, which I would have gone with that too. But well done. That was cheeky in a fun and unique way. I give the devs massive props for that one. Well played, devs. I like it. That was fun. I loved it. No, but also Power Ring is the hardest of all 6. Like, it's not even close. Power Ring is the most difficult one. It's because of how the constructs. The constructs can, like, literally screw you up. Yeah, the constructs are the worst. Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was great community engagement. I think it's also really fun that they did it right before the absolutes are dropping. We were thinking it has something to do with, like, legions and all this different stuff, and it was much simpler than that. Cute. I give them insane levels of credit. That was the definition for me of cute. That was very cute. After that, I'm all out of ideas. That's usually, yeah, that's usually the way to deal with it. I mean, they could. I think that was cute the first time. I think they need to do other things differently. I mean, I would also just like open lines of communication. I also think that they should stream. I think it would be really cool if they did live streams. I would also, if like we're playing this out, like here to be honest with you. Okay. Here's how I would like this. If you ask me, rather than like that was cute and I loved it. I thought it was a really fun way to engage with the community. I think it would be cool if we did live streams and you get like me and maybe some other creators, maybe like some really like they could get like DC creators, people that are more into the DC scene than I, and talk about like get them on the chat, and then they promote those creators. Like you could, I mean, hell, can you imagine how cool it would be if like maybe they even get like one of the actors or something, I don't know, for like a little bit, right? But they need to broaden who sees the game, right? That's what needs to happen. Because again, I will say this game has one of the best new player experiences. Like from chapter 1 to 40, I would say this game has one of, if not the best new player experiences. It falls off after 40. They need to figure out the post 40 stuff. But pre 40 and Jay Lee stream, I mean, yeah. I think because then you get like, here's the thing, because what creators bring in is they bring in audience, right? And then you bring in other people and they bring in that audience. Like we were just having, I was talking to my wife about this, and I'm like, it's like when you collaborate with other streamers, the point of it is that you mix audiences. So what they need to do, because I only have so much reach, right? You need to get another creator with more reach and bring in new people. And those people will bring in new people. You need more sight on the game. That's how this operates. Again, I will reinforce this point. This game has a phenomenal new player experience. If they can get the end game content in the next upcoming months figured out, and I think they're doing that with Fatal Exception now, and like Fatal Exception 1, Fatal Exception 2, I think that's really great. If they can get this stuff down, there's a possibility that all the new characters will be legendary because epics naturally have shorter banner durations both for new characters and reruns. Yes, but they might also just change that. I would be down if they just changed it. They could just change it. I hope it's because then encrypted tokens become absolutely useless. And then everything's super encrypted tokens. I mean, then what's the point of encrypted tokens? You know what I mean? I mean, I could be wrong. I hope not. I also booster absolute not absolute super. Maybe. I mean, I can see it. I mean, booster being, it would make sense because the shock team does not have an epic, so that would make sense. And, would hold the team synergy. I mean, I can see it. That'd be nice. I'm not going to lie to you. But, I mean, at the same time, the trio being all legendaries would also make sense. It would also be roughed up by super encrypted tokens. Go to the store. What did I miss? Did we solve it? We did. Easy G. If you go scroll up, it's listening 24/7. That's the code. Listening 24/7. It'll get you 10 super encrypted tokens. Just to prove a point, so everybody can see it. People that missed it in chat. Here you go. This is the... So we finally got a new code. It is listening 24/7. There you go. There you go. 10 super encrypted tokens. Super cool. But yeah. Yeah, great. Oh, you know what we need to do right now? We need to do our elite challenges. Which one is the high priority one? What are we working on? Do elite. We're doing shields. All right, I got a decent shield team. I think this is good. Wait, what is my Jess wearing right now? Does Jess have? Wait, hold on. What is Jess? Okay, hold on. I need to check Jess. She's got that at least. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All of the shields. Because I have a pretty decent shield team. I think we'll do this, and then yeah, we'll do this. They have a good limited deal for 50 blue Intron. Yeah, just be very careful with the specific Intertron, because what ends up happening is if they drop no characters for that specific Intertron, you're kind of SOL. The Lantern show comes out in mid-August and looks awesome. They not doing anything to synergize with that show. No, so they're not. I'm gonna be honest with you. We did hear inklings that they weren't gonna do a collab between the Lantern show and okay. Here's my theory behind this. I have a theory behind that, and Hutch, you can corroborate this or not. I have a theory. Do whatever you do. I don't change the priority. Oh, okay. I'll just do the. I have the shields, so I always do shields. And I have a lot of strong shield characters, so I'll just technically do the shields one. Here's my theory. I have a theory about this. So, why I think they're doing the absolutes right now and not a tie-in to the show is because the new mother featuring all the season characters might replace them, rerunning their singular banners within that season. Oh, that's a good point, Kryptoniac. The new mother box featuring all the season's characters may replace them, rerunning their singular banners. That's a great point. I forgot about that. We need to see the structure in play. Dear devs, more squad dispatch, please. Harley rewards from the robot, please. I just want more Intertron. That's all I want. I want more Intertron. If honestly, incorporate the Intertron more like consistent Intertron in the daily rewards, and I don't even care anymore. If you can make sure that I get 10 Intertron like every 2 days, I don't care. That's all I want. I just want like just consistent tier 3 Intertron all the time. Okay. But I have a theory about why we're not seeing a tie-in to the lanterns. We already have them. Now, that doesn't mean we can't release other lanterns. I don't think, as hype as I am for the lanterns, we don't know how the show is going to perform. So hear me out. Lanterns feels like it's gonna be great. It does. But we already have Hal Jordan, and we already have what's his name? Why am I blanking right now? John Stewart. We've got the lanterns in game. We don't have those specific versions of them. All the lanterns really need is like a really good team synergy. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if they just drop a really good team synergy, the lanterns can come back. Something about Sword and Staff. As a free-to-play saving to get 2 copies of Panda without the mythic pet yet. Well, I dropped behind if I had a lot going. You just upgrade any of the other mythics. Upgrade. I would say by this, where are you at? If you're really, as a free-to-play, I really do think it's just best to save for Panda and then use one of the legendaries and then get the legendary to an adult and call it there. Like, Armor P's really good, and then you don't need them. But Panda will be so good moving forward, and as a free-to-play, just get him to an adult. Using the magic artifact on Supergirl. No. Oh, you can cut into my time. Go ahead. I don't cut into my time. But here's the thing about the lanterns is they don't need a lot. I'm actually kind of worried if they. Okay, I'm jumping. Let's just first go with the leader. For the lanterns. The lanterns need like one more character, and they're good. Like, legitimately, they just need like a support. Why? Hi, Munchkin. How are you? Yeah. You're happy? I'm glad you're happy. Good. I'm glad. Um, what's up? That is a color red. Let's try the next color. And there's the color. There is yellow in there. And there's green. I'll play with you. How about this? Give me like 30 minutes and then we'll go play, okay? Okay. Um, so the lanterns, here's the thing. If we check, Jon Stewart is actually still phenomenal. I know people are going to say, oh, he's not that good. Jon Stewart is one of the best tanks in the game. It's just the unfortunate thing is we don't have a synergy for the team. This team is actually very, very good. And with Jessica Cruz, you can I think it's proven that if characters from an upcoming DC film isn't already in the game, then they'll most likely release an associated character feature command. Yes, the thing is, and the characters are already very, very good. And because they're already good, I would fear, like, if you put in another Hal Jordan, like old Hal, you then create, the problem with, like, old Hal is that, it would get confusing for one. I know there's already Supergirl and DCU Supergirl, but they are distinctly different characters. And like that Hal is technically in game right now. Like he's right here. You're seeing him. That's Hal. That's Hal Jordan, right? Yes, I'm okay, Munchkin. So the thing about it is that because the characters are already here and they're decent, they just need another, like, if we can get essentially another team synergy, like at the level, if you gave a Zod team synergy to like the Lanterns, can you imagine how insane that team would become? The reason Hal Jordan and the Lanterns have fallen off is because the team that we operate them with, which is the Mr. T team, is really, 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 it's falling off. Give me 1 second. All right. So the thing about it is that when we think about what the Lantern team needs, it's one more character. I actually don't want a season to go to the Lanterns to a certain extent, because what ends up happening is then you're going to replace these already very decent characters. And then what that creates a problem is, like, now we have overlapping, like we have then 2 legendary Hal Jordans, we have 2 legendary Jon Stewarts, we have 2 legendary, I don't know, whatever, like Guy Gardners. Like, you've got too many characters running around. Oh yeah, let me I need to do some more reruns on this because that's not that high. I should be hitting like 1.2. My issue at hand is that what happens here is then what happens when, you know, you over, like, we have to be very careful with over buffing. Like, again, I'm gonna when I'm finished this, I want to highlight something real quick, because people really underestimate Jon Stewart. Jon is insane. I really so one of the things that I'm very cautious with is that how Jon Stewart almost has a team synergy in his passive, which is very problematic. So if we go here and we get Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart, all right, just give me a few minutes and then I'll play. Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave in about a minute, guys. I do need to go take care of my son. He's having kind of a bad day, so I need to go be a dad. But my thing about this all is that in the end, is that what matters is that we don't have the team synergy here for Lanterns, which we do need a team synergy for. And then on top of this is that The other issue at hand is then it would just get very confusing. And John Stewart, if we look here, I'm going to highlight this point why I don't want like another season, is because this character, if we look at this, he gives damage reduction to all lanterns based on the number of lanterns. You put too many lanterns on the team, you're getting a whole team with tons of damage reduction, and then that's a huge problem. But yeah, all right, I'm going to head out. I will catch you guys later, and then we'll do I'll do a stream so we can do the Fatal Exception on Saturday. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. As always, remember, failing is your first attempt in learning.